All right, for our Module 8 race response, it asks us that if we simplify this expression, it wants to know how many terms are in this. And I have touched something on here. There we go. Okay, sorry, I totally have got this thing in the middle of my page. I know you guys can't see it, but it was making me crazy. So we want to simplify this and answer how many terms are in there using our race response. So R restate, A answer, C is we're giving evidence of how did we know what to do, telling them what we did, and then E is just our work, our explanation. So we're going to start simplifying, and I am going to write out my gems so that I make sure I go through it. So first I'm looking at my groups, which I just have this one group here, and I cannot combine because they are not common like terms. So I'm going to go to my exponents. So G is done. So exponents, I have this x squared here, but I don't know what x is, so I cannot do that. And no other exponents right now, so I can't do anything there. So now we're going to go to our M for multiply or divide. So looking across here, I've got add. I can't do anything with my X here. Subtract, add. Oh, here's one. I can do this here. So I'm rewriting 7x plus 15 plus 9x squared minus 3 plus 2 times 5 is 10 plus 4x, 3 plus 2x times 8 plus 5x. Whew, okay, so I'm still on multiply and divide, so I've made it to here. So no, this means 4 groups of this, so I need to give. So I'm using that distributive property to multiply those in. So here, 4 times 3 is 12. X times nothing is just x, plus 4 times 2 is 8. X times x is x squared. So I've used all of that. So now I'm going to bring everything else down here. And so 10, 3, and 9x squared. Oh, this is a lot to bring down. Wow. Okay, there we go. So still on multiply and divide. I've made it to this point here. And so there's a plus, plus. Oh, here is a times. So I'm multiplying these two things here. So 8 times 8 is 64. And x squared is just still x squared. So bringing everything else down. We're getting smaller. We're getting there. So plus 3 minus 9x squared plus 15 plus 7x. All right, so let's see what we have here. So I think I have all my multiply and divide. I'm just going to double check. Plus, plus, subtract, plus, 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 plus. All right, so multiply and divide are done. All right, so now we're subtracting and adding. And I'm noticing, right, I can't just go in order. I can't add 7x and 15. Those are not like terms, so they can't go together. So I've got to start using the commutative property, rearranging everything, and finding those like terms that can go together. So I'm going to start with my x squared. So we usually try to like go in an order and put your squares, then your x, just your regular variables, and then to your constants last. But I mean, it means the same thing. That's just how we do it in the math world. So I've got 9x squared here and another 64x squared. So 9 plus 64 is 73x squareds. So now I'm looking for my x's. I have 7 x's, and those are all constants. 5 more x's, so plus 5 x's. Okay, now I have 15 minus 3 is 12, plus 10, so is that 12, 22 plus 12 more is 34. So now I have all my x's together, or x squared, it's just my x's and my constants. So now I can write my race response. So I've simplified how many terms are in this expression. So when simplified, so I'm restating, there are 3 terms in this expression, right? I can see the x's, x squared, x's, and constants. So there's R and A. So now I'm going to cite how did I know what to do. I used order of operations to solve this problem. I started with the groups, or there was just one group, but couldn't combine yet, right? They weren't like terms. There were no exponents I could solve because I didn't know what x was. So then I went to multiply. I was able to multiply, so looking at my work, oh, I did 2 times 5, so I was able to multiply 2 and 5. I was able to distribute, what was it, 4x, which is a multiplication problem, and then I multiplied 8x, I can't get that 2 to be little, 8x, I'm going to just do this little caret, 8x squared, and 8. Then I was able to combine all like terms by adding and subtracting. So there's my explanation, my race response. So R, restate the question. A is the answer. C is cite and give that proof of how did I know what to do, coming back to here, right? It wanted me to simplify. I knew I needed to use order of operations. That was kind of my key word there. And then here is my evidence that I would submit proof of.